Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast that currently has no name. I'm Francis Strauss,
I'm David Smeddy.
And I am Rishi Woodward.
and this is a show where we basically talk about cool stuff that we find on the internet or whatever we feel like. So,
yeah, no rules.
no
This
rules.
podcast.
We are an anarchist podcast.
Woo! All right.
All right, I think Richie already has a story prepared
Okay,
for us.
so, Dave, I understand that you're afraid. Dave, I understand that you're afraid of spiders.
Yes,
Oh,
Is this
God.
correct?
A well-known
Oh,
fact
then
of
you're
mine.
going to love this. You're going to love this.
I'm looking forward to it.
This is from a little website called Reddit.com that you may have heard of.
That small thing.
Yeah, it's a little obscure niche of the internet. You probably never heard of it. So,
Which is ironically Reddit's motto.
this is Alley Cat talking about his experience with a spider as a teenager.
Oh no.
Okay. When I was a teenager, I saw a spider crawling up the wall. A big-ass wolf spider with a fat butt. I instantly went into kill mode. See, when I see spiders, I go into fight or flight, and I always choose fight. I hope this will not be the same when I see a bear or something in the wild, otherwise I would not survive too long. But I went straight into kill mode on this thing and picked up the nearest object. Happened to be a pencil. This bad boy was at about eye level on the wall, and a pretty big target if you've ever seen a wolf spider. Still, my hand-eye
quite
coordination was dead on, and in one swift motion, I stabbed that spider right in the ass. The ass promptly exploded, launching its spider entrails at staggering speed right into my effing lip. Dave, think about that.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
No.
In my amped up
No.
adrenaline-fueled kill rage state, I thought the spider had landed on my lip. I immediately closed fist punched myself square in the lip, barely missing losing an eye. To the pencil, I still had a death grip on.
I think I've been in that.
Staggered by this mighty blow, lip now lacerated by teeth. I realized it was the spider's entrails, not the actual bitey part of the spider that had landed on me.
Bitey
Disgusted and still in a primal state, I proceeded to let out all of my air, making a sound I've never heard a human being make before or since. It was absolute revulsion. I gagged once, licked my mangled lip, tasted the blood, inadvertently licked some of the spider gut, and proceeded to projectile vomit Velveeta shells and cheese/Mountain Dew all over my wall.
Oh, God.
I wonder if he got it on the spider and finished it off.
I thought the spider was dead by
I
this
don't
point.
know. I don't know. Mixed with the blood, it created some sort of mural I can only describe as looking somewhat like the flag of Colombia. I staggered out into the living room, stifling the vomiting and blood through my hands, clenched tightly over my mouth. I ran to the sink and began vomiting and choking into it, mostly dry heaving by now. My dad stood up in shock, speechless. When he asked, while I was rinsing out my mouth and gargling, near tears from the pieces of Velveeta shells and cheese lodged in my nasal passage, he asked, "What the fuck happened?" I managed to gasp, "Spider." It sounded almost like a sob. He then said okay and went back to sitting on the couch watching his TV. Spiders are the devil.
Okay, I just want to say, my first impression of that story is like, why was he making note of the spider's ass? I'm just like, that spider
Because
had
that
a
is the
fat
most
behind.
intimidating part of the spider
Oh
next to the
my
giant legs that are
God.
crawling at you.
Yeah, okay, the
Dave,
legs are the
Look
scariest
at
part
that
of a spider.
spider's butt.
What a whore.
Well, if a
Don't spiders like make a bajillion eggs at a time?
yeah, if it's pregnant or whatever they
I'm not the
get.
same as that guy. I see a spider. If it's little, I let it go. If it's big, it's gonna have to die. If it's close enough to me, doesn't matter how big, it's gonna die.
It depends on the type of spider with me. Like if it's a daddy longlegger or one that looks benign, I'll be like, okay, whatever.
If it's
If it looks like it's angry at me.
It looks like it has
If the
something
spider-
against you.
looks like it has a
If you can see
axe to
eyebrows on the spider, I'm done.
Well, for
grind.
me,
If that thing has an egg sac, I will burn down my house.
for me, it's pretty much any spider that it doesn't even have to be close to me.
Any spider that is a spider.
If I can spot it and I just go, oh, that's a spider, I go into kill mode, but I won't go as primal as a pencil. I'm pretty much a fly swatter and beat it until it stops moving guy.
AKA a pansy.
Yes.
I love how they just like.
David was afraid to play Skyrim. David was
No,
afraid of
that
Skyrim because of the
creeped me
spiders.
out. That one part.
And today, I've been telling Dave how great the game Minecraft is lately. And he says, "Aren't there spiders in it?"
No,
Aren't
I
spiders
didn't.
in Minecraft?"
I didn't say that.
Minecraft is
You
a game
mentioned
that
it.
Nothing can be visually scary in that game,
I didn't-
possibly. It's 8-bit, made of giant blocks. Anyone that's played this game knows spiders do not look scary. Dave,
I did not freak out. Okay, per se. You said,
freaked
oh,
out.
by the way, By the
You.
way, there The spiders I didn't ask about, you mentioned.
And then you got concerned.
I got concerned because any spider in any way, shape, or form is going to bother me in some way.
Because you are a pansy.
Why do you whisper that?
I think he's afraid of it.
He's
Pansy.
All right.
Silly Dave.
Yes. So, Dave, do you have a topic to discuss on the podcast today?
Well, let's take a look.
So, Francis.
All right. Well, while you're looking for stuff, let's talk about some of the latest video game news. What have you heard latest
I'm interested.
in the gaming sphere? What do you know?
Dave just dropped everything to participate in this. You seem
Granted,
so
everything
eager.
was just an iPod, but
I think it's time for you to participate.
I know that there is a recent mod for Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii called Project M, in which
a mod for Brawl?
Yeah, a mod for Brawl.
Mhm.
All you need is an empty SD card, and
Interesting.
it's completely
I've
free.
never heard of a mod for a Nintendo game before.
Modding is magic.
Modding is magic.
No, I
In
know
this
that modding
case,
is magic. I've never heard it done with a Nintendo game before.
I think it's one of the first. There probably are small mods, but this is probably one of the biggest mods.
I think it goes from like patch to mod to Half-Life
Yes.
episode.
Well,
Yes.
people who have been working on the mod have, I don't remember who it was exactly. They have been working on it for a very long time, and essentially it turns Brawl into what Melee was, it brings in every map that has been in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and it'll either power down some players to what the power was in Melee, and it also, I don't know if there are essentially any big character changes, but one of them is the Pokemon trainer is gone, and it is just Charizard, which some people like and some people do not
Whoa.
like. Yeah,
I like the sound of that, actually.
which he's a person
Why
that likes
Charizard
it.
why
is the
get rid
best
of an
Pokemon?
entire character though? Like that seems strange to me.
Edit the entire well, people don't want to be switching back and forth between Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charizard or whatever the order was. I mean, just stick with one so you can master that one instead of having to shuffle through three.
Yeah.
And
I like how you did the knuckle crack there.
well, I crack my knuckles. It's a habit.
So,
okay,
would
no.
you agree? Would you agree that Melee is the best Super Smash Brothers?
Yes.
Well,
One yes from Francis.
I haven't played it in like the longest time. It's been more than a year. I've been
Well, how
In
handy
the
that-
longest
And-
time,
well,
1 year.
For me, that's a very long.
That is the
time.
longest
Hold on.
time that exists.
For me, that is a very long time to stop playing something completely. The one I've been recently playing the one for N64.
Oh, I still have
That one's also
Still
quite
play
good.
it
That is
every-
very
every
good.
now and then.
I'm a Samus master, and Brawl. I've
Oh,
gotten
wow.
rid of-
Captain Falcon and Mario all day.
Brawl I got rid of a while ago. Well, not a while ago. A while ago, when I was all about.
I got rid of it a while ago. Wait, no, not a while ago. A while ago.
I said wild
a while ago.
a
Okay.
while ago. So I'm correcting myself.
Nice cover up.
Okay, guys.
I got rid of Brawl when I was interested in the trade in a game and get another game, which was probably the dumbest phase of my post bar mitzvah attitude. A 13-year-old should not have.
For those of you who have not figured it out yet,
By that little hint.
our friend David is Jewish.
That's the only thing that could have possibly pointed it out to them, Francis. Like,
wasn't in-
you haven't
it wasn't-
figured it out by now in the 2 seconds since you could have possibly known without meeting him.
Well, it's not like you need a flowchart or anything to figure it out. Like, it's pretty obvious. I'm just clarifying
Just clarifying some things.
for all of the children listening.
Also, in the gaming news, there has been. It was hinted at, and then it's been confirmed that there is going to be a fourth God of War
What?
called
Why?
Ascension.
Why?
I'm not. Well, I wasn't.
Well, because 3 was so good.
It
that's
was
why.
good. I wasn't the biggest fan of God of War. I think for me it was just overhyped. Because I hadn't.
I don't have a PlayStation, so I never got into God of War. But from what I hear, it sounds very similar to a lot of action games. That might be because it
No,
was the
It's
thing that
more in
all of the
hack
action
and
games are
slash genre
basing
of a
themselves
fi-
off.
of
Yes,
a
but they did
action
hack
game.
and slash in the best way you could possibly do.
Oh yeah.
They did it perfectly.
It's not like it's highly repetitive. There are.
Yeah,
can-
like I
God
said,
of War
I've-
2, one of the best games on the PS2.
I've not played any of the games, so I can't really
You
clarify.
can't judge that by watching. Like, I know people, a couple friends of mine who I'm not going to name on the podcast for their safety.
Legal reasons.
Yes. So, they were big fans of Dante's Inferno, a little rip-off game that came out a few years ago. It's essentially God of War but newer and somehow not even as good as God of War 2. But they were huge fans of it, playing it all the time. And I said, have you ever played God of War? And they said, no, why? And I said, here. And this was right when God of War 3 had come out. I showed them like the gameplay video where you're like taking on the Colossus of Rhodes. It's so awesome. And they were like, this just looks like a Dante's Inferno work.
Other way around, guys.
I almost broke his jaw, but he was fine. So.
But it turned out he was okay.
I did not, in fact, break his jaw.
Well, Dante's Inferno, it was a good game.
It
was very close to
I haven't played
God of
Dante's
War.
Inferno either.
It's based on
Francis isn't much of a gamer person.
He's more of the movie.
I like
effects.
playing video games. I just don't play them very often. But when I do play them, I enjoy them quite a bit.
I play them very.
Like
often.
I like Halo. I like Half-Life. I like.
Oh, don't get Francis started
Mass
about
Effect.
Half-Life or Mass Effect.
I've,
You got Mass Effect 3?
I've not gotten Mass Effect 3
You
yet.
heard
Oh,
all
I'm
the
surprised.
outrage.
I
over
have
its
heard
ending?
all the outrage over the ending, and I don't really get it.
Have you seen the ending?
I have seen the ending.
If we're going to say the ending, make sure to say spoilers.
How much did you invest yourself in that series?
Not much.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. These
Uh,
people make all these decisions over the course of 3 games. God of War 3, I mean, not God of War 3, Mass Effect 3. First 95% of it, best Mass Effect you'll ever play.
Yeah.
Ending, like, takes all those choices. Like, ideally, it would be, like, branches all the way out till there's, like, so many different endings, so many possibilities. They boiled it down to 3 endings after hundreds and hundreds of choices that you
The
could
thing
have
is,
made.
though, watching it, I don't know what the endings were. I don't know what the options. What were the 3 options?
The 3 options were, okay, you can either
Hold on.
destroy...
Spoiler alert.
Yes, spoiler alert.
What is the setup for this
Okay.
decision?
So basically, your job in Mass Effect 3, your Commander Shepard, and the Reapers are coming to Earth. They're gonna destroy everything unless you stop them. All right.
Okay.
So, make a long story short, at the end of the game, a new villain, completely out of nowhere, steps in. Pretty much says a lot of the stuff that you've heard in the past. Not true. The Reapers actually aren't even like bad. Like, they're doing something that's supposedly good. They're supposedly destroying, like, all life to keep them from getting destroyed by synthetic life.
What?
Yeah, they're like, oh,
Wait,
we
wait,
can't
wait,
let
wait, wait,
synthetic
wait,
life
wait,
take
wait.
over, so we're gonna take our synthetic life and kill everybody with it so that they can start anew and not get killed by all the synthetic life. Apparently.
That's nonsense.
They're hypocritical about synthetic life.
Yes, it's moronic. And the 3 choices are destroy the Reapers, control the Reapers, and I don't remember exactly what it was called, synthesize, which essentially, it saves everything. I didn't think it fit too well with the endings. Like, it was going to be dark, but this kind of is like, everyone's happy except Commander Shepard because he dies. But,
Spoiler
Massive.
alert.
yeah,
Spoiler
hey, we already
alert.
said that. We already said that.
Yes.
But,
But that's just one of those things you hear
actually,
and
if
feel
you do
like
the
have
bad
to
ending,
reassure.
it's shown that he's not actually dead. So, anyway, your 3 choices, you choose those 3 things.
They're just like not.
The
committing
only
anything.
differences between the cutscenes, like, if you watch them side by side, it will look like the same thing, just the big, glowing, magical MacGuffin that fixes everything is a different color in each ending. Yes.
Oh, what?
I'm serious.
Does that
Yeah,
matter?
I mean, I have
And there's a
watched
bunch of
them
plot
side to
holes.
side.
Like, if the events that occurred really went into effect, all the Mass Effect relays will have been destroyed.
and they
and-
were in the cutscenes.
Yes. And you know what that means. Like, everything
Is stranded.
is done.
They
Like,
don't
stranded in space.
They don't have warp drives in
Yeah.
this universe.
And, like, they just got rid of them. They didn't address it at all in the ending, for whatever reason. It just sort of happened.
Was it supposed
Okay.
to be the last
And
one?
all they're doing is setting up for DLC.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Of course.
I just want to say,